Let's start out with the numbers.
Welcome to another MedCram COVID-19 update. A lot of you have wondered about whether or not we're going to get a second phase in the wintertime, and I keep saying let's look at Australia. It's not 100%, but so far, as Australia heads into winter, we have not seen a recurrence as yet. Cases in Brazil have still not yet come down. Cases...
Something really special is happening in Brazil. They're just spiking. They're going crazy. It's one of these countries where a lot of these guys live really close together, like Myanmar. And I thought Myanmar was going to be like the worst thing ever. I predicted a couple months ago. Haven't heard from Myanmar, but I wonder how bad it's going over there. India and Pakistan have the same problem.
In Russia seem to have leveled off somewhat and are coming down slowly. If we look at the United States as a whole, it seems to be slowly trending down, and that might be driven by the fact that in New York State, the number of cases have really taken a fall and stayed low. However, in California, we have never really seen a drop in cases.
Yeah, California is also just spiking up. And that's pretty scary, actually.
Although in terms of deaths...
They were the last ones to catch up. In terms of death, they're slightly going down. Yeah.
There seems to be a mild diminution. The state of Texas has not really fallen in terms of numbers as well.
They've spiked and plateaued.
And in Florida recently, the number of cases are about as high as they've ever been.
Yeah.
I wanted to highlight a couple of websites that are going to be very helpful in the coming months. And this one is covid-trials.org. And what this is showing you is a world map of over 1,400 different trials that are selected and their country of origin. And here on the right side, you can select what treatment. So we could click on hydroxychloroquine, we could click on plasma-based therapy, alternative therapy.
So he goes to this new tool and shit like that.
Here.
All right, let me get somebody else up here. Let me see what my boy Douglas Ducote has to say. Douglas M. Ducote.
Hello, American Patriots. Douglas Ducote here. 35 people have been shot, and out of that, 5 have died so far. That's in one city, in one state, in the United States of America, the city of Chicago. Over the weekend, 35 shootings and 5 dead. You want to guess what the race was? African Americans. I want to know, where is Al Sharpton? Where's Jesse Jackson? Where's Black Lives Matter? Where's the new Black Panther Party? Where's Antifa? Where's all you college kids, white, black, Hispanic, that are running around, marching, screaming, hollering about George Floyd's death? Where you at? Some of you were burning and looting. Why aren't you in Chicago right now? What gives? If you want to add up all of the metropolitan cities in America that are run by Democrats, over the weekend, there were over 400 black people shot. And out of that 400, 120 are now dead. That is an epidemic of black-on-black crime. And where are your protests?
Now, this has not got nothing to do with the protest. This is just black-on-black crime. What's happening in the neighborhoods anyway, you know? He's saying, where is the protest for those guys? Jericho Green, he's got a way of describing it. He says, SBLM. Some Black Lives Matter. Depends on the color of the guy that killed him. Yes, it's true. I mean, as far as getting reported and shit.
Where? I'm waiting. I'd like to see it.
No outrage.
You're not protesting. You know why? because you don't really give a damn about black lives. This isn't about Black Lives Matter. This isn't about George Floyd. This is about racially dividing America by coming up with a false narrative about police brutality against the African American community. Bullshit. NFL is right around the corner.
And he goes on to talk about the NFL, what's going to happen. The worst thing that happened is the guys that fucking kneel their knee down, man. You do not do that ever, ever. Now it's a wave. It's overtaken the whole country. That's a big mistake, guys. Not that I don't like black people. It's not that I like white people. Anything like that. You'd never ever cower like that, ever, ever, no matter what. And especially if you actually knew what they're really asking you to do. They're when they say Black Lives Matter ain't got nothing to do with any of it. They're just gaining control so they can come in and burn the whole fucking country down. It's a planned attack. They're using racial divide as an excuse. Come on. You're going to have to see this. If you don't see that right now, we may lose the country. And black people, if any black people that happens to listen to my, I don't think anybody listens to my shit at all, okay? But if any black person happens to listen to this, anybody, black, I don't make those distinctions. I swear to God, I don't, man. If you're listening to my voice, wake up, man. Don't follow the leader. The leader is a Pied Piper, and you're the rats, and he's taking you off to the sewer, man. He's going to dump you in the water over there. I made another analogy. I said, I got ants in this house. Every year we get a flood of ants in the spring. First we get these little teeny ones, and these big ones, they come running around really fast. And then another wave of the little ones, and then if I don't take care of it right away, then the big ones come back and they get the little ones. You got these really big ones, they run really fast, these black ones. I don't try to kill them. Here's what I do. I put this stuff right here down. This taro. See? And it's not actually poisonous or anything like that. It's not really all that dangerous for people. And they take it back to their nest and they kill themselves. That's exactly what's going on. They're setting us against each other, like rats. They want us to exterminate ourselves. I'm also getting health reports that say that there appears to be no spike. They thought there'd be some big spiking because they thought because of the protests that people would start infecting each other by now, and they're not seeing it. So that's kind of good. There's new data from the CDC that indicates that asymptomatic carriers do not transmit the virus. And that means that the lockdowns are all fucking bullshit. You know how many people are going to get messed up? I guess they're talking about the suicide rate already being ridiculous. They're not even really reporting it, okay? I'll tell you, I'm locked up here. I'm kind of going crazy myself. Can't you tell? Come on, man. I haven't left this fucking house in like 7 weeks. Just walking around stark naked, man. But not right now. I get. Okay, be sure to watch Tucker Carlson's monologue tonight. It was awesome. Another 26-minute masterpiece. There'll be a link below. I want to read the Breitbart the headlines from Breitbart right now. Okay, here we go. Trump campaign to resume iconic MAGA rallies within weeks. He's going to do it regardless. He doesn't care about the health reports. Live updates. George Floyd protests continue. Yeah, they're not stopping, guys. Like I said, they're not going to stop anything. Pelosi just laid it down. She laid down the law until we actually pass this policing reform. The protests are just going to tear up the country more and more and more. And what happens when that happens? They're going to defund the police, and then it's going to start catching on fire, okay? It's going to incinerate. Top Dems steer clear of, quote, defund police. Yeah, the top Dems are, but actually some of the top Dems aren't. Nancy Pelosi definitely did not steer clear of that today. She jumped right on the fucking bandwagon. Gracie Mansion, chance of de Blasio resign. So there must be something going on in New York, maybe, where they want to, or maybe in New York City, where they want the. Hang on, let me see what that's about here. Huh. Oh, it's got a wrong link in here. Yeah, this link went to the George Floyd protests continue. Did you see the mayor of Milwaukee cower away? I didn't say I was reporting on this for the last couple of days that they told me to get the fuck out of here. But did you actually see a video where he's walking away like that? Man, what a fucking coward, man! You should have stood up and pounded your chest. Well, they should have said, "No, I'm the fucking mayor. Fuck you guys. I'm kneeling with your cause. I'm not gonna be submissive to you guys." They probably would have torn the fucking pieces right on the spot. And if that would have happened, that would have been a good sign to everybody else that how fucking crazy the mobs really are. So he should have done that. He's got no fucking testicles at all. He walked away like a fucking coward. You don't do that. And it appears that Minnesota is gonna be really bad. You know, that's gonna be the one place that's gonna be the power kick. I think they said it was gonna be Detroit was the epicenter, but they can get away with it up in Minnesota. Fine. Such a nice city too. You guys ever been up there? Minneapolis, St. Paul, fucking beautiful city up there. All right. George Floyd's family petitions UN to help disarm police in the United States. George Floyd's family seems to really be, I'm going to use the word pandering. They had 3 funerals, and they're just right behind Black Lives Matter. When all these guys speak at their funerals, I wouldn't be doing that, man. If it was my father, I don't care what he did, I wouldn't make a mockery out of his death, you know? I don't think that's realistic. If his family really cared about him, they wouldn't let him do this to him. Make a so-called martyr out of him. You know, the guy was a lifetime career criminal, okay? There's a video of Pelosi where she can't get up after kneeling for 8.5 minutes. It's pretty fucking hilarious. Okay. ALC says New York Police Department's budget is unethical. She's just spewing on this defund shit, you know. She's really at the heart of everything. She definitely is guilty of treason. Needs to be hung by her neck until she's fucking dead after she's tried for treason. Sorry, I'm having some stomach problems here, guys. Joe Biden says ban federal funds for training teachers in firearm usage. Go get some more milk, Joe. Have some peanut butter and some rice pudding. That'll be good. Rice pudding. There you go. All right. Okay. NASDAQ hits record high, and S&P turns positive as official arbiter announces recession. It doesn't make any sense. I've been saying this all along. I've been making a lot of predictions over the last few months, okay? I've been right on so many counts, okay? Everything I said about coronavirus was dead on. The way the respirators were the wrong way to go, I was dead on right on about that. I'm right about a lot of stuff. The one thing I'm completely wrong about is the stock market. Completely wrong. On March 1st, I predicted it was going to go down to about 15,000. And I thought it was going to stay there for like about 5 years. But what happened was it did go down. It went down. It went from 29,000 down to 18,000, and it started slowly creeping up. When it got back to about 23, I said, man, this is they're just drawing the suckers back in to make it go back down. Now I said, no way, it can't. And it just keeps going up and up. I have no idea what's going on there, other than perhaps big business. They just limited all their competition. There's no mom and pop anything anymore at all. So maybe they're gonna benefit from that somehow. That they've eliminated all their competition. Henry Ford, one of those guys. He said competition is a sin. And that was Edison. Michelle Obama, quote, "Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're too angry." Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fan those flames, baby. Fan them. Police seek arrest Cal State Chico student over video of assault on conservative. Let me see what that one's about. Police seek arrest conservative. Let's see. An arrest warrant has been issued this week for a California student that reportedly assaulted her conservative peer for his views on the Black Lives Matter movement. The encounter, which occurred in November, why are they doing that? Who gives a fuck what happened in November, man, as far as Black Lives Matter conflict? They're just pulling shit out at this point. There's going to be a lot of this stuff. One thing that Lionel kept saying today, he said, man, from now on, expect a complete barrage every day, every minute of proof how evil white men are. Just you're gonna get it every day, all day. That's all you're gonna hear from now on from the media, from most of the media. So expect that. It's coming. Clyburn. Tom Cotton should be ashamed of himself for a New York Times op-ed. I think he said bring in the militia. Bring in the guard. Okay, coronavirus. Nigerian military beats elderly woman to death for trying to sell fruit. That's a bit harsh, guys, isn't it? America still thinks Trump is best for economy and jobs. George Floyd's death reveals glaring problem of public sector unions. Let me see what that's about real quick. The New York Times is blaming police unions for protecting members accused of misconduct and resisting efforts to bring about reform in the wake of the death of George Floyd at the hands of the police in Minneapolis. In a piece the Times wrote about police unions, they aggressively protect the rights of members accused of misconduct, often in arbitration meetings that they have battled to keep behind doors. So they're saying that the cops they do this dirty shit and they keep it to themselves, and they got this loyal fraternal order of police and shit like that, and they don't like that shit. So the cops have to protect themselves. You're not going to eliminate the occupation like they'd like it to happen. Can you believe the communist shit that's fucking being blared right in our face? The communism is right in our face. Communist rhetoric. New York Police Department Commissioner 1,000% behind shifting police funds to other programs. These guys are getting paid to fold. It's an attack, okay? We're under attack, man. You can't be doing that stuff. That becomes like can't think of the word. Give me a second. He become a military combatant is what happened there. All right, Hong Kong descendants say Chinese agents are stalking them. I believe that. We're going to have agents stalking us in this country. Did you know that? These health check guys, they're going to be stalking everybody. They've already been hired. It's probably a lot of that jobs report. It's got a lot to do with that. They're probably not saying that, which is really bad, okay? That's really bad. It's almost like our own president kind of turning on us, saying, yeah, we got the jobs, but really the jobs are these guys. We hired them to watch after you guys, to spy on you guys. Snitch. Professional snitches. They said there was going to be an army of them, 60,000 at least, so right there. By the way, when those guys were kneeling in the Capitol today, they were wearing some kind of like a Kuta Kente cloth. which is Kunta Kinte Kloss. Lionel, he made a big deal out of that, man. He was laughing about that. Lionel, you know, he's a master of words. He's a lawyer. He was a prosecutor. He's a famous author. He's been on all kinds of television shows. He's really famous, man. This guy, when he speaks, all his words, like you have to really strain yourself to even understand what he's saying. He was at a loss for words today. He couldn't even come up with a description of how to describe what's happening. It's beyond anything. It makes your head spin. It's a whole nother level that nobody has ever seen ever in the whole history of the planet ever. It's incredible. 35 shot, 5 fatality over a weekend in gun control in Chicago. That's what Douglas Ducote was talking about. Minneapolis City Council plans to defend police. Minneapolis City Council president defends plan to dismantle police. And they asked her about it in an interview. They said, well, what happens if you want to call the cops, you know? Somebody's breaking your house. You know what she said? She said, well, you know what? That's kind of like a white privilege thing. You know, just being able to know that the cops are going to come, that's white privilege there. I swear to God, she said it. There'll be a link below, okay? That's it. That's what I'm saying. People are going crazy now. Insane. Economists expects worst slump since 1940s, growth of 3.6 in 2021. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. The stock market's going to fucking crash. How can the stock market do anything? Nobody has any money, man. You can't fly anywhere. You can't do anything. The airline stocks are, the airline stocks are going fucking crazy, okay? And it turns out there's all this insider kickbacks and shit like that. They got this part of these stimulus packages where they actually, you know, what's the word? That they want to get these guys going. Stimulus for the airline industry. That's why the stocks went up. I'm having a hard time speaking today. Actress Sophie Turner joins BLM protest, quote, white silence is violence. White silence is violence. It's a good one. Celebrities join Black Lives Matter protest, stop killing black people. Spike Lee talks about this, talks about Ku Klux Klan and stuff like that. Lady Gaga. All the actors are all kneeling down and, you know, saying Black Lives Matter. Yeah, you're right. Black Lives Matter catches cops off guard in Sweden. You see, in Sweden, it's the whole West. It's an attack against the West. Okay, every city. It ain't got nothing to do with Black Lives, man. Nigel Farage says, quote, Black Lives Matter is the new Taliban. Yeah, I would totally agree with that, man. Dangerous Marxist organization hell-bent on anarchy. Yeah, that's exactly what they are, okay? They're using Black Lives as a fucking excuse. Los Angeles drops charges, fines against peaceful protester after Black Lives Matter and ACL sue. Ooh. So they're not going to charge some people with protesting? Los Angeles drops charges, fines, after, quote, peaceful protesters, after Black Lives Matter, quote, ACL sue. Los Angeles authorities will not pursue criminal charges or fines after, or fines against the hundreds of, quote, peaceful protesters who were arrested and detained for breaking curfew. Yeah, I said that a couple of days ago about the ones they arrested in Washington. They said they were going to press charges on that shit. They were just for breaking curfew. If they actually broke something, then yeah, I think they should be charged and arrested because they fucked shit up. worst travesty of all this all was the way they defaced the veterans memorials, man. I am ashamed that they did that. They should be ashamed of that. If they had any idea what they've actually done there, defacing the Lincoln Memorial and burning down those churches and stuff like that, it's just so pathetic. Anybody that says that's okay is either completely retarded or they've been completely perverted by the mainstream media. In either case, it's bad, and these people should wake up and realize what they actually have done. And I think right now we should have an effort to try to clean up these memorials and rebuild them, get them back to where they were at, because that is a slap right in the face of everybody that fought, bled, and died for this country. Poll: 80% of American voters feel the country is out of control. Yeah, it's out of control, guys. Jeff Sessions and Ilhan Omar spar on Twitter. Quote, "How's your brother, by the way?" What the hell is your brother? She married her brother. I'd like to actually see that. Shelby Steele: George Floyd protests about power being victims. Just some op-ed there. Manhattan DA declines to prosecute alleged St. Patrick's Cathedral vandal. Oh, come on! That's what I'm saying. You gotta prosecute those guys. They got "fuck you" BLM written all over the goddamn St. Patrick's Cathedral, and they're not gonna prosecute those guys? That is fucking wrong, guys. That's wrong. God damn it. Anybody ever been to St. Patrick's Cathedral? They're gonna start burning them places down anyway, because that's part of the Communist Manifesto. That's why they targeted those churches and shit. That really bothers me, that one there. Exclusive: New Dallas policies, quote, embolden lawlessness, say police union. Wish I could talk. The Dallas Police Association president said a shootout on Saturday night is just part of the, quote, emboldenment of the criminal. This lawlessness, he said, has been caused by policies of Dallas County and unaccountable judges. To make matters worse, the association president warns Dallas City Manager T.C. Broadnox implemented, quote, immediate police reform policies requiring that effective June 12th, policies must warn a suspect before they discharge a weapon. Don't they have to already do that? I mean, like, the thing is, when you have to discharge a weapon, it's a matter of milliseconds, man. You can't like say, "Oh, I gotta shoot you." Think of all those old westerns, man. They go, "Draw. Wait, I'm gonna shoot you." You gotta get shot at the meantime. All right. Monopoly Watch. Amazon positions own products at top of search results. Yeah, of course they do shit like that. U.S. formally requests UK government compels Prince Andrew to testify in Epstein investigation. Now, that's a bit weird there. I mean, why do we care about Prince Andrew testifying in the Epstein investigation? U.S. I guess they're maybe trying to get to the bottom of what happened there with the Bill Gates and the money and all that stuff. Pelosi says martyrdom of George Floyd an opportunity to make America proud again. Fucking bitch. I had a whole 19-minute or 18-minute video on that. Link will be below where she made the announcement. It's one of my better videos, okay, guys? Not that I have any good ones. White police officers washed black faith leaders' feet. I will never wash anybody's feet. You'll have to kill me first. Anybody that does that, it's really sad that you're doing that, okay? Next thing you know, they'll be asking you to shit in their mouth. Remember that thing that was going on about, black people there's some rumor that white people used to shit in their mouth or something like that, and that they wanted, and there's something with Cory Booker with that. I tried to do a search on the internet, they wouldn't let me even find that, But there was something to do with shit in the mouth, I bet that's the next level, They're going to make you, bow down, and then now we're going to wash their feet. Next thing you know, we're going to have to let them shit in our mouth, okay? Maybe they'll be happy then, I don't know. There's some stuff about the NFL and shit like that. The news goes on and on, guys. I think you should maybe look at Breitbart yourself. Sharpton says, defund police slogan is misleading. We want to reinterpret how we do public safety. You fucking lying motherfucker. That's a straight up lie. These guys are talking about having like citizen patrols, that they're going to follow the police around, and if they don't like what the police do, they can kill the police. That's what's in their request. That's part of this legislation that they want to have. I'm not making that up. I don't make anything up. If you've watched anything I've said, if you've watched me for the last 3 months, you know I don't make anything up, okay? I swear, I always say things I actually really believe, or stuff that I've read, and I based it upon what, I'm not bullshitting you guys, okay? Come on. All right. Black Panther star Michael B. Jordan demands Hollywood to, quote, commit to black hiring. This black preferential treatment, I don't like it, man. It's like, for example, the thing with the kind of like what was it, Grubhub or Uber Eats. They want to preferentially make deals for black-owned businesses and stuff like that. That ain't right, guys. You shouldn't make any preference for anything based upon skin color. Obviously. All right. It's 8th of June, 2020. Marty Warner from Livonia, Michigan. Bye-bye.